baby! Today on the channel, the excitement is real, as today we unbox two different versions of one of my favorite aliens in the Star Wars galaxy, Bib Fortuna. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Star Wars unboxing and review daily in 2021. We'll see what happens after that. But today, we've got the excitement. I can feel it in the air. The electricity is in the air, like Electro just came to my house. But we've got one of the all-time greats. We've got Bib Fortuna. But remember, for all your Star Wars needs and everything else, hit up Big Bad Toy Store. Link in the description below. Make sure you use that link when you go through, and there you go. There it is. But Bib Fortuna at the table today, and we're going to do him like we do everybody else. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We'll see where it goes from there. So let's jump in. We've got Bib Fortuna, two different examples. Hot off the store pegs, hot off Big Bad Toy Store. We've got Bib Fortuna in the vintage collection, and then we got to throw it back to 2006. Let's see if I'm right here. 2006, look at Kyle and his memory. We've got from the Saga collection, Bib Fortuna. And I don't really need two Bib Fortunas in my collection, but who are we fooling? Yes, I do. And I cannot wait. I have not been able to get my hands on the latest Black Series release. Hitting Target stores right now. I haven't been lucky enough to find that, but man, he's coming soon. He will definitely be a top 10 2022 Star Wars figure for me. But Bib Fortuna, my memories of him go way back to being a little kid. When I was 3, maybe it was 4 years old, probably 3 or 4. It's one of my earliest action figure memories was my birthday. Living in South Dakota, beautiful this time of year. Wait, there's probably snow on the ground. South Dakota is a beautiful place to live. The bad thing is you get like 2 or 3 extra months of winter. That's the problem with South Dakota. But as a little Kyle, I lived up there. My dad worked up there. He got transferred back. Long story. But I lived up in South Dakota, and I remember one birthday where I had multiple birthday parties. It was like my aunt and uncle came, then my other aunt and uncle came, then my grandparents came, then my other grandparents came, then my parents. And I just had toys all day long. And all day long I was getting Star Wars figures. I would get 2 or 3 each time. And I remember clearly getting Bib Fortuna that day, and my parents got me Jabba's playset. And oh, you can't have Jabba's playset without a Bib Fortuna. So I think back to my early days. Bib Fortuna has stuck with me all that time. I was so happy to see him come back in the book of Boba Fett. We got that little teaser at the final episode of The Mandalorian's last season. Maybe we'll get a little bit more Bib Fortuna in that, but always a creepy character from the word go. Always just caught my eye as a little kid, like these long fingernails, his gross teeth, his head type thing going on. Just creepy, and it's one of those things that stuck with me since I was a little boy, and I love it. So I love Bib Fortuna. I'm happy to have a couple of different ones here. First impressions, this old one, or the new one, does not hold up to the old one. So we're going to see. We're going to see where it nets out. But let's do the old one first. We'll try to do it in a order of some kind. So now that we got all the talking out of the way, let's look at the packaging on old Bib Fortuna. Got the Return of the Jedi packaging, as you can see the green up top there. Nice glamour shot, Saga collection, Bib Fortuna. Beautiful background with Jabba and stuff. I love these Saga collection backgrounds. Very cool packaging. Very cool. And then on the back, 4 and up, of course, you guys know. You got the blurb, you got the tail of the tape, you got the cross-sell, you got the glamour shot from the movie, glamour shot of the figure, and we got a hologram chess piece, almost forgot. Looks like Count Dooku? Christopher Lee at his finest down there in the bottom. So happy he's part of the Star Wars universe. Love me some Christopher Lee, one of the greatest actors of all time. Saga collection. Let's see what it says about our old pal Bib Fortuna. Species Twi'lek. I've always heard never trust a Twi'lek. I don't know if that's right or if that's just too prejudiced. I don't know, but I've heard it. Have you heard it? I think some of you guys have heard it. Occupation, Jabba's chief lieutenant. Weakness, Jedi mind tricks. Oh, those Jedi mind tricks always get him. You just flash that. I've heard even if you're not a Jedi, you just give one of those, and he just rolls over for you. Battle of Carkoon. Oh, back to that old famous battle. Bib Fortuna's troubles start when he allows 2 harmless-looking droids to talk to his boss, Jabba the Hutt. Jabba chooses not to free Han Solo, so Luke Skywalker decides to take matters into his own hands. Bib Fortuna falls victim to one of Luke's Jedi mind tricks and allows him to enter Jabba's palace. When Luke and his friends are later victorious, Bib Fortuna escapes on a skiff and narrowly avoids being blown up on Jabba's sail barge. And I don't remember that from the original movie. I think that was kind of later lore, but we saw, like I said in that clip, that's exactly what happened out there. Beautiful. Number 3 in the Saga collection. Let's get down to it. Let's unbox old Bib. And he wears bibs too, I've heard. Especially when he eats, he still wears a bib. That's why they call him Bib Fortuna. The more you know. See you later. See you later. See you later. There it goes. We got Return of the Jedi, Bib Fortuna. Everything matches up. Beautiful stand. Stand, the lost art. I love a good stand. You guys know that. Old Count Dooku, Christopher Lee, ready to enter the chess game arena. Gonna have one of the sickest chess games of all time. You guys know. Now we get down to Bib Fortuna in the plastic prison. I love it. There it is, plastic prison. Looking only like he could look. Looking only like an evil Twi'lek would look. Never trust a Twi'lek, Kyle says. See you later. Maybe I'll get a t-shirt. Never trust a Twi'lek. Beautiful. I love this Bib Fortuna, and I love the original Kenner Bib Fortuna. You know, you go back, and there's not a lot to that figure, but something about it, like I said, I absolutely loved it. And this isn't really too far off. You don't have a lot of articulation. He is truly a chess piece here. Very hard plastic. He does have legs inside, but I'm guessing you don't even need the stand for him. He's going to stand on his own all day long. This really is a stand. So it's interesting you got a stand when you don't really need one. You could technically use this for another Bib Fortuna. Maybe I use it for this one. That might be the case. We'll see how that stands in a little bit. He does come with one accessory, a little kitchen knife. It looks just like a little apple cutting knife or something like that, a little pear knife. But it's very interesting. It's very fitting for Bib Fortuna because he seems kind of like the Twi'lek. And I've had a lot of instances of dealing with some Twi'leks over my years. That's part of my prejudice, I think. But he will, you know, he seems like the kind of guy that pull a little knife and to stick you in the side. He seems like that kind of guy. I think we'd all agree there. But he's got a beautiful, scary face going on. You know who he really looks like, and we've talked about this before in Star Wars videos, other videos. Kyle never got scared as a little kid. Never really scared of anything, horror movie stuff. It just all rolled off my back. I knew it wasn't real, but there was a few that stuck with me. And one movie that stuck with me as a kid was the movie Basket Case. If you've ever seen Basket Case, the original one. You go to the third one and things go off the rails. I mean, it's more of a comedy. But the first one, little Kyle was very creeped out by, and it really made an impression on me. And he looks like old Belial. That's what he looks like up close. And I'll try to remember to put a little glamour shot here next to him, but that's kind of what it looks like. It looks like he'd be living in a basket, that he was a conjoined twin that was cut off a guy, and he saved it in a basket. That's what Bib Fortuna kind of looks like. But no soft goods on this one. Hard molded plastic. It's funny when you look in the package, you assume this to be maybe different kinds of plastic and stuff. It's all one piece molded around. So they did a lot of really good work on this one. A lot of good colors. It looks like Bib Fortuna. He's got his horns, I guess they're called horns, wrapping all around. They are movable, so you can move them, but not like a bendy wire or anything like that. I did say very scary face. Interesting articulation of the arms. There's really no articulation. You get that side to side we get, but that's it. So truly like a chess piece is what this is. But man, it looks good. Nice blue in the face. You know, it's that palish kind of peach skin, but all those blue highlights. It looks really good. So this is a fabulous Saga figure. Love me some Bib Fortuna, as I said. I love this figure. Can the new one, the one that has just been released in the last couple of weeks, can it live up to the hype of a figure 15 years ago? Well, we're going to find out together right now. Let's do it. There it is, Vintage Collection Bib Fortuna, and this is what takes me back. The packaging here, all in all, the packaging's better on this one. But Vintage Collection, hitting you those nostalgia feels, that's what this one is doing. This brings me back to sitting on the floor. I remember opening it up. I was sitting on the floor at the foot of the couch that we had. I remember looking out the pane window. I remember it's so weird how some action figures capture your memory and bring you back, and that's what this does. I remember the packaging, the black, just takes you all back. So for that alone, I do like that. So beautiful here, beautiful look of Bib Fortuna from the movie, of course. Yellowish, orangish background. You got the figure Jedi, number 224 in the Vintage Collection, and the most boring back packaging ever. No witty blurbs, nothing like that, just boring. It is what it is. So there it is, Bib Fortuna. No accessories with Bib Fortuna, so that's a little sad. That's a little sad. Can't we get his little pear knife? See you later, Bib. See you later. See you later. And then we get the plastic prison, Bib Fortuna. Looking only like he can look in the plastic prison, of course. So there he is. Pop him out. See you later up high. Goodbye. All right, now we got Bib Fortuna out, and I'm going to say right off the bat, it's better in some ways and worse in others. Very interesting, but soft goods throughout. Beautiful soft good robe, beautiful blue soft good underrobe, nice plastic flat piece here. Articulation blows this one away as you got the arms at the elbows that move, the hands move every kind of direction you could want, shoulders move, way more articulation. Basically the same articulation on the horns that he has here, the exact same as this one. Yeah, this is very, very solid. Leg articulation, you got elbow or knees, you got the ankles, you got all the stuff we're used to in traditional figures, where this is much, much more like a chess piece. That being said, I am going to give the Duke to the old one in the head. Like I said, the horns or whatever you call those things are about the same, but the head, the expression on this face is amazing. This is more just a stoic, plain Jane face. This is nightmare fuel. This is more just a guy you're going to pass by if you're in a Star Wars galaxy. If you're down at the old local Walmart and you see this guy walking by, you're probably like, what the heck? What is that guy? What's a Twi'lek doing here at Walmart shopping? I don't know. But both very good figures, and I was kind of saying, do I need really two of these? But I think I'm going to have two different Jabba Palace setups. I think I'm leaning towards that way. So I don't know. I think I might even have... Wasn't there a Power of the Force Bib Fortuna? I think I have 3 Bib Fortunas at this point. And then a Black Series will eventually hit this table here, hopefully in the next couple of weeks. Let's see if he fits on the old school stand. That is one thing that he doesn't need it, but this one definitely would. Maybe he will fit in here. Oh, yeah. So there's the use. You just rotate it over and use it for that. But man, it's strong. Obviously, this Bib Fortuna, a little harder to find. It's 15 years old. It's going to cost you a little bit more. This Bib Fortuna, I don't think it's going to set the world on fire. But that being said, how big of a piece is he going to play in the book of Boba Fett? That might make some new Mandalorian fans. And you wouldn't believe it. Kyle, you know, Kyle keeps his ears to the streets. You know I'm always listening. I'm always out there at retail. I'm fitting in there. And I talk to a lot of kids. Me and kids, we love to chat. Kids love me. I don't know what it is. But kids tell me they don't like the old Star Wars movies. They like the new stuff. They like the Bad Batch, the Clone Wars, the Book of Boba Fett, Mandalorian. That's more their wheelhouse, where the old trilogy, oh, that's old stuff. I mean, it's like a kid like me growing up in the 80s saying, you know, that 40s and 50s stuff, not for me. I don't like black and white. And I like that stuff, so I'm not a good example, but there's a lot of kids. I think my wife, for example, if it was black and white, she was having nothing to do with it. She said, we moved to color TVs. We don't need black and white shows. So she wasn't going to watch Lassie with old Kyle. No, she was moving on. She didn't want to hear what Timmy was up to. But there's kids like that now. A movie from the 80s, oh, that's too old. It's not what I want, you know. It just blows my mind, but it's true. And you got to think back to when you were a kid, or the average Joe was a kid. That's the way it goes. So I do think some new collectors might jump into Bib Fortuna without knowing the past Bib Fortuna, which is, like I said, we're just blowing minds here on the channel today, giving you that insider knowledge that Kyle gets from keeping his ears to the streets, or something like that. But there it is, Bib Fortuna. You guys know a guy like me, I'm here for this all day long, and I'm sure some of you guys are as well. Let me know in the comments your thought. What are you picking up? I'm sure you're all getting the Black Series one, but are you picking up the vintage collection? Do you have the old ones? Let me know in the comments. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit me up on social media, SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson, and of course, ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Support the channel. So there it is. For Bib Fortuna, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.